Good morning, guys. It is the 8th of July, 0200 hours. I'm off duty, and now it's time to go to Overland Expo Pacific Northwest. I'm really excited. I've got a 10.5-hour drive, 10 hour and 27 minutes according to my onboard navigation. I worked 8 hours, but I got a good night's sleep last night, so hopefully I can make this through in one shot. Anyways, guys, let's hit the road. So I just took like a 18-minute nap on the side of the road. Very well needed. But then now I'm going through this pavement area where it was just super loose, asphalt that was super wet. So hopefully I don't have a bunch of asphalt stuck to my fiberglass. I always like to have some cash on me at events like this, and I wanted to get one of these. Okay, now I'm heading into Redmond to go to the expo. So gonna do my first little walkthrough on Friday here. Don't really know what to expect. I can't imagine it's gonna be too much different than West. Just maybe some new local people. Kind of excited. Here we go. Eco-friendly water in a metal. I think they got the film festival starting.
Thank you for being a part of the first Overland.
Up as we do a feature length on Friday night, and then we have a whole host of short films on Saturday night. But the theme of all this is really inspiring you guys to get out and travel. Tonight we've got a phenomenal movie. It's Mondo Sahara. I always want to say Mondo Enduro, which was the filmmaker's first set of films, but Mondo Sahara.
All right, this is inside of a Humvee.
So weird. Oh my god, it's so nice inside.
All right, guys, it is post the Overland Movie Film Festival and past walking around and talking to people that I haven't seen today. I've been up for over 40 hours at this point. I'm gonna change and I'm going to pass out like a light. Hey guys, it's day 2. I just had my shower. I slept in about 2 hours more than I wanted, so I'm gonna go buy some food. Woke up at like 9:30 and I feel so much better now. Went to bed at right around midnight, so I got 9.5 hours of sleep, which is really good. Yesterday wrecked me pretty good, so hopefully today I'm gonna have a little bit more energy, make some more connections, meet some more people. There's a couple things that I want to look and see if I can find to buy, but all things considered, today's gonna be a really good day. Glad I got some extra sleep. Some things that I noticed, kind of differentiation between West and PNW so far. PNW, half of it is very open, and the food trucks are all sporadic and all out and around. And then the other half is very packed like sardines. At West, it feels like you have to walk forever to get food. So I like it here, or you can just kind of be like, oh, okay, I want to get food. And it's right there. The camping is a little bit more in a parking lot, so you can see the lights. So there's that, and it's also right in the path of an airfield. So we're getting flybys constantly. So, you know, just some pros and cons, ebbs and flows, if you will. All right, guys, I got my copious amounts of sunscreen on. Let's hit the expo, go around and talk to some people.
We'll pull these nails, we'll do the demo, and then we'll pop this hammer and email in. Our good friend Connie with Toyo generously donated a nice tire for us. And I told him, like, you know, we're gonna like hammer nails, and he said, well, we all gotta learn, so it's a perfect tire to do it with.
So follow that path. Don't try to go through the tire. Does that make sense to everyone?
You don't create a new hole and not fix the other one. Yeah. I hear it hissing away here. 1001. 1000. Here we go. Count it down. Little twist. You see, he's coming. This guy.
Oh, that's right.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
When your new kids coming down with you. That's a tire plug.
And I say change it.
Make sure you don't push it all the way through where you can't see your tail. If it's down between the tread locks, I like to still have a quarter inch above the tread locks. This is the big key spot right here where you see the frustration kick in. You don't walk up to this thing and say, cool, my plugs are in, and yank it right out. Pull that plug right back out with you. So that's exactly what this device is doing. And it's important to put good pressure on that. That way, you're holding that down in there. While you pull the plug out. Here.
Up here, this is the coolest part. Yeah, that comes out.
For sure.
And right here is going to be our enclosed hot and cold shower in the back of a pickup truck and bathroom as well. We'll have these walls going up, and it'll be seamless when you close this because these are removable panels that you sleep on. So you just move this over, you pull it closed, and say, you know, someone's showering while you're packing up and getting ready to go. It wouldn't.
I know, it's kind of cool. This is a separate item. We do have a solar controller on board, so you plug your solar in there. And of course your shower power. Yep. You know, for when you're at home to keep her charged. Yep. We do have outlets, power outlets. We can put them anywhere you want. You're at
So there's an insert with a grate, the flame tent that you drop in, but as you can see, there's kind of a dual burner design.
Stop going from the vehicle. You never have to worry about pulling your starter battery. It's all automatic. No, it's just been on.
So I was told to try a corn dog with mustard. I just had their pork sausage one, pork cheddar sausage. It was super good. Honey, mustard, so good. baseball wasn't working for me, so protected. Just had a great shower in brick and mortar over there. Because the ones back at camp, they closed them up or something like that. The gray water tanks were full, so just got me a good shower in. It's time to go to the movie night ×2. Also, there's some parties at Honda, Equipped, everything like that. Starting at 7.
Fix this mode. And what we learned was that we should have probably slowed down for just like 5 more minutes and we would have. Can you tell us the backstory on that?
Spent so much time on Facebook, like criticizing everyone and their gear and what's overlanding, what's not overlanding. And I just wanted to make something that said, you know what, like we can just love this thing no matter what we do.
Far, let the horse out. He has a rope trying to chase it away, and then he closed the back of the horse trailer. At that moment, my grandpa gave me a lesson. He said, the greatest test you can give yourself by having a horse, especially a wild one, is you take that wild horse all the way back to where you found it. You take off your saddle blanket, your reins, everything, and you tell your horse to go and be returned to the land. At that moment, that horse is going to do one of 2 things.
I just have to say, your relationship with horses is just so beautiful. Can you just touch on that?
It's just really this relationship that my grandpa taught me about through horsemanship and through taking care of them as sacred creatures.
Another beautiful day at the expo. Another beautiful Oregon sunset. I think Oregon's got Utah beat on sunsets. I'm 2 for 2 on beautiful sunsets here. I don't know what it is, but I thought Utah had beautiful sunsets.
I got the thumb control so I can.
Yeah, you just were like, it looked like you were falling.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Just like,
move around. Yeah.
So they're pretty nice.
That is really nice.
They did a lot of thinking on this one, like all the wire chases and all that shit in here.
like and subscribe.
Smash that like
For
button.
more. Yeah, join my OnlyFans for premium for more.
Dave Chappelle, that like button.
Little slap your mama Cajun seasoning on some hobo hash. Oh man. Well, the parking lot is already packed. Side to side. Let's get going day 3. So I got my huckleberry shake smoothie. Time to leave. I'm wearing the same shirt as Expo West closing day. I'm gonna go pack my stuff up and then come back and say my goodbyes. But man, it's been a good expo. Super awesome. Look at the centered mountain right here. So cool.
I've got a chainsaw.
What do you have to say on this topic,
I just
Harrison?
love big, thick, girthy, foresty trees.
Awesome motor control is a real thing.
Okay, so we are now leaving Blue Pools, and we are headed, Ryan and I, the guy with the Acura, we are headed out to the coast. We're gonna split off and go down the 101, and he's gonna go up the 101, and then Harrison, the guy with the Porsche, is going back into Bend because he's going up into Alaska. Pretty much do this little backcountry routes like this that we love. Kind of just relax, go through the pines. So here we go. Okay guys, I am now in Florence, Oregon, right along the coast. Now I'm going to start heading down the 101. That is the 101. I'm going to start heading down the 101 back towards California to go see my family, and a buddy of mine is getting married on Friday. It is Monday the 11th. So we'll see kind of where we end up. To Port Orford. Apparently it's the oldest port in Oregon. Super beautiful here at sunset. Now to find a place to camp tonight. Hopefully kind of along the ocean. Figure it out. Alright guys, so this is where we stayed last night. This is a little turnout here, a pretty huge turnout. This morning there were a ton of vans here, and this came recommended through Overlander. So if you're looking for places to stay along your trip, check out Overlander. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. It was just suggested that when I started my whole living on the road thing. This is a pretty awesome little spot. Had a beautiful sunset last night. This right here is Port Orford. Like I said, apparently it's the oldest port in the state of Oregon, so that's cool. You can hear cars going by right now, but up until like 7 o'clock this morning, there was nothing on this road from like midnight last night. So that's good. Currently it's a lot of light sleeper, then this probably isn't a place for you to stay, but pretty deep sleeper that can sleep through a thunderstorm, then this is your ball game. One of the biggest questions I get asked with the Alucab, how's the wind noise with it? Well, I'm currently on the Oregon coast, as I'm sure you can hear. And how much do you see it moving around? It's currently probably a constant 20-mile-an-hour wind going on. You can kind of see that there with the annex. If the wind got really bad last night, I was going to pull the annex out. Because that was the best fish and chips I've ever had. I'm really excited. Okay, and then also, while I was sitting here waiting, I met another cool, awesome group of people, the Sunshine State Sequoia, something like that. They recommended some awesome trails for me to hit as I head down to the Redwoods now. Well, found the spot. About a mile jog down a little pathway. Look at this. Look at these awesome little caves. So that arch I was looking at from like right there, now I'm standing on top of it. Trail leads right to it. It's really cool to see this body of water completely cut off from this body of water. It's only allowed in through that little channel. Super cool. For me, it's super interesting to wonder what kind of an ecosystem exists on this little tiny island that's just far enough away for land life to not get there, but just close enough where airborne and anything that can piggyback on a bird get to. Super interesting thought. What kind of critters are over there? You know that scene where Captain Jack is rowing into harbor and he's got his fellow pirate chum hanging from one of these little caves? It says "Pirates Beware." He takes his hat off. That's what I'm thinking. That was awesome. Super cool to see the natural bridges. Couple things. If you go that way, there will be a sign that says "Unsafe area, fall hazard, do not enter." If you go that way, where the overlook is, there are no signs. So be mindful of where you go, so you're not trespassing. Like I said, there were no signs that way. There's a big one right in the middle of the trail that way, but it's not chained off or anything, just so you know. But super cool to see some things that are like movie-esque. And then Now let's get back on the road. Okay guys, so again, I was recommended to hit this little trail around here by a couple that I met along my way. So I'm going to. Just got to the Hyucha or something like that, and now I'm gonna go find this trail. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. This visitor center, that little black dot. So I'm gonna come down this main road, i.e. this road. I'm gonna go that way. Down here to the South Fork Road, take that South Fork Road and then take the immediate right, and I'm gonna hook down this way back towards 101. So there was a sign that said no parking down there, and trying to be the good guy that I am, I'm not gonna go park down there, even though the beach was completely, or the Pebble Beach down there, completely empty and super easy to park on if I wanted to. I am going to park up here, but I'm going to go down and hop in the water. The water looks super clean, super nice. It was a great temperature. I haven't really taken a bath in a couple days, so there's no Vassas on the West Coast. So I'm gonna go take my little bath, I guess. I'm not gonna use soap or anything, but I'm just gonna hop in the river there and enjoy for a couple minutes. Man, it's awesome water. It's one of the things I miss about California is the snow melt. It's just so clean all the way down. Usually the water is fair temperature because the canyons are more open like this, whereas in Utah they're a lot more steep, so it's a really cool water. But let's get in. We love it when a video that we record doesn't exist, apparently. You know the big red button? Yeah, I didn't hit that. Driving through the Redwoods like this, there's not really much you can say. It's just majestic. This is kind of wild to me. So you drive for 15 miles through this Redwood National Forest there of really dense, compact redwoods and pines, and then you dump out into this little prairie. So just beautiful and peaceful. Not really a Burger King type guy, but since there were, I counted more than 16 cars in the Taco Bell line here in McKenzie, yeah, whatever it is. Apparently that's the hopping thing here in Podunk nowhere. Supply chain apparently is not functional in California. Alright, so I put out a thing asking for some locations to camp. Awesome, we got that little coastal fog rolling in. So the closer and closer I get to the coast, the fog keeps on getting denser and denser, so I kicked off my top bars. Guys, so I made it to my camping location, and it was really awesome. As soon as I pulled up, I found some people from the expo, the guys that own turtleback trailers, and also a couple just other Instagram guys. So that was really awesome. I was able to find them, share a campfire with them, even showing up at 10:45 at night. Really awesome. Such an awesome community we have to share a campfire with somebody who's a complete stranger. Also, they had Starlink. So we don't have service here. Do have service currently. I am off to bed. Tomorrow we're gonna go to some cool places. Alright, time to get some sleep. So one of the biggest pluses about having a fridge on the road is that I can keep milk. I'm a big milk snob. Milk is my lifeline. Also protein drinks. Being able to have a big jug of milk on the road is invaluable to me. Okay guys, so the plan for today, I am about an hour outside of Fort Bragg. That's about all the information I'll give you about the spot that I slept in last night. But I'm gonna head down there. I know some spots that have really good food. I'm gonna go get some good food. And then gonna head to Glass Beach. If you're not familiar, stay tuned, you might see it or something like that. Right. Time for protein. And back to this. So this guy was at camp and he probably left like 20 minutes before me. I've been bombing these hills apparently. So I made it to Glass Beach. We're at like high tide right now, so I'm not getting to see as much as I had hoped. It's still really awesome. The story behind it's really cool. Okay, unfortunately I don't really have time to wait until low tide, which is going to be at like 7 p.m. or like 6 p.m. today. And it's currently almost 3. I'm going to get back on the road. I wasn't going to bring any of the glass with me. I like to leave that kind of stuff where it is. It's really cool to look at though. That beach has gotten substantially smaller since I was a kid and came out here last. So it's because everybody's taking the glass home. There's still an immense amount, but it's not what I remember it. So maybe that's because I was like 12 and, you know, thought it was just crazy. But back on the road we go. Okay guys, I am about to leave Fort Bragg and head on my final jaunt of this trip for now, until I get back to my family's house in Sacramento, California. I'm gonna be pretty much heading straight there. I just filled up on gas, so I should have enough gas to barely make me there. I'm gonna try and fill up somewhere near here because gas is under $6 here, and the closer I get to Sacramento, the higher I know it's going to be. Okay, so now we're chilling out here in the Mendocino wilderness. It's crazy how fast the West Coast goes from one to another. Such a beautiful place. Just wish the politics were a little bit better in the state. Found this dope little lake. Right along my route. So, I'm gonna go for a swim. All right, well that was a wake up. I'm nice and awake now. Man, that water was good. Hit a couple backflips, hit a belly flop. Time to bounce. All right guys, so here we are at Clear Lake. One of my favorite lakes in Northern California because of this. Bass. Largemouth bass. Growing up, I used to love Clear Lake just because it was always really far out there for me, living in Sacramento. It's about 2 hours outside of Sacramento, so it felt like it was really far away. But my dad was a huge bass fisherman, and he'd always fish tournaments out here. And I only came out here a couple times, but I love Clear Lake. It looks very expansive compared to Folsom or Orville lakes that we always would go fishing at. Clear Lake is just huge to look across. I feel like the ocean to me. Made it to Sacramento safely. Okay, so I just had dinner, and my grandma needs to go get her atlas so that she can figure out where I camped. Isn't that right, Grandma?
What?
You're grabbing your atlas?
Yeah.
Okay. There is the road maps atlas. Because you don't want me to show you on Google Maps.
Nope.
Okay. Shot back, EcoFlow. 1018 watts. Runs it good. Just like that, guys, the trip is almost to a close. I've got about 700 miles left to do. Head back to Utah from Sacramento. I'm gonna spend some time up in Tahoe and in Reno with a buddy of mine. I go to lunch and then hook it back. Gotta be to work by 10 a.m. tomorrow. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I hope you have found that this was a good video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Be good, be dangerous, be ready. We'll see you on the trail.